Welcome, welcome, welcome. We back at y'all. Three Peas in a Pie podcast. You're talking the Trinity team, the homie Mike Lowry, and the beautiful Miss C Love.
Hey guys.
What's up,
Due to
y'all?
weather inclements, we took a couple weeks off, but we just gonna get right into it today. So go, Mike. You say you had a question about generational curses.
Right, yes. So it's my first topic I want to talk about. So, growing up, many of us face challenges or witness patterns in our families that we swear they would never repeat as no adults, right? So
Right.
whether it was parenting, financing, or even how we express our love or just breaking cycles, to what, we call generational curse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what I want to know is what's at least one generational curse that you have already broken or plan to break as an adult?
Poverty, bro.
Okay.
And what we don't realize, and you can't just break it like on your own. So again, I know you call me deacon, so I don't want to get too biblical, but this is the principles of that. So I want you guys to go back and read because I think me and C Love had touched on this on our one-on-one, but something happened with the second part of that recording, so you guys didn't get to see it. I didn't push it neither here nor there because I was like, all right, God's gonna do what God do behind closed doors. Um, but if y'all go read Deuteronomy chapter 23, read the entire verse. It talks about how we bring generational curses, how it started, and how we bring them upon ourselves. And I don't think nobody even read it because no one knows. It's talking about having kids out of wedlock while you're not married, having premarital sex, and how all this stuff causes 10 years of generations of bad luck to where you think you up, like you may have X amount of dollars and you may be rich, then something's going to happen to take your money. How people always play on our emotions and relationships, divorces, the sickness, how all this stuff happens. And if you look, this especially with black people, the cancers, the diabetes, all of that stuff, and I'm gonna flat out say it. And then you go back and look in the family, and they say, okay, why all of us go through divorce issues or alcohol issues or drug issues or whatever the case, right? And then you go back and read that stuff, and it's a way to break it. Obviously, getting your pastor or whomever to pray over you, asking for forgiveness, and then you teaching your kids not to be a part of that of the next generation. And it's a poverty mindset. And the reason I say poverty, because if you go talk to the family in New Orleans, and not everybody, to them they getting by. So they'll say, okay, my bill's paid, I'm good. But as God's children, you supposed to be more than good, not
Hmm.
on a level of you rich, because I don't believe in the preachers that say that either. Prosperity gospel, that's not what this about, any form of fashion, but all your needs are met by God. So it's no reason we should be living paycheck to paycheck or wondering where our next meal coming from if something happened and things of that sort. But go back and read it. So one of the things for me was poverty, and then the second thing once I learned it was like the relationship stuff, because it's if not all of that stuff under your umbrella, you be good for 2 to 3 years, sometimes even 5 or 6. Dang, why I can't keep a steady relationship? Why I'm 40 and single? Why, blah, blah, blah. But go back and read it and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Hey, hey, Pastor.
Mine
Yeah. Once,
would
hey.
be showing my kids affection. Growing up, my dad wasn't as affectionate.
Hmm.
And neither was my grandpa with him. So my dad was in his 20s when he had me. My mom was young, very young. She lied about her age with my dad. So my mom got married very young. Um, so my dad always had to work. Obviously, he was an immigrant from Peru. So he was working. My mom was home with 5 kids. And so I didn't get much dad affection. And I didn't hear like the words I love you from him. And I can hardly remember him calling me Mija, which is daughter in English. Um, so when I had my kids, when I had my son, I told myself that I would tell him every day that I love him and that I would just shower him with love and hugs and kisses. And I always told myself that I wasn't gonna let him question whether I loved him or cared about him. I give him like daily words of affirmation, because I didn't get any of that growing up. So that was definitely one generational curse that I've broken with my kids. They're very lovable and affectionate.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. Yeah, mine's is somewhat similar to yours. So like you know, for me, like growing up, in the black community, one thing that I wanted to break is similar to you. So, as parents, we all make mistakes, but growing up,
Mhm.
some parents, it's hard for them to tell, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault, apologize, to your kids, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I do to my son, I let him express his feelings. I tell him that he have a voice, don't ever be scared to tell me, how you feel or things like that. So that's one thing that I have broken. Also, it didn't happen to me, but I see it a lot how, parents they force their kids to eat food, something that they don't like. That I don't do. So my son, he don't like fish. It's the texture. So, I don't force him to eat it. So if I cook fish or buy fish, I get him something else that he like. And one thing that I do plan to break if I grow up, because in the black community, this happens a lot. So you have teenagers that get jobs, at 16, right? And there are
Mhm.
some parents who expect their child to pay bills. You know, when I see those issues, I hate it because, it's still a teenager, instead of forcing them to spend their money on bills to help you, you should teach them, how to manage their money right as a finance. So when they're 18, they'll be good. They know how to manage their money, how to save it, and not just spending on all this junk like people do now with credit cards. So those are my curses that I have broken or that I plan to break. But there's more, but I don't want to go into, deep into it. Like
Now let me
like Pastor.
piggyback off that part of what you said, because I don't want,
Mhm.
it's a lot that they say with us as blacks prone to violence. And now what I know, I do think some of that is true. Like you grow up hitting your kids, you don't know that's abuse. Extension cords, brooms, like they used to beat the hell out of us. You know what I'm talking about? Because they say, yo, you gonna get in line and try to do that now. You're gonna be all over the news for abuse. So I do
Right.
believe, but like I said, they don't know any
Yeah.
better because you got to remember they grew up in a generation where their parents did this to them, and their parents grew up in times where racism was like super wild. So all they know is my respect is in my house. So when you ain't getting that, maybe they
Mhm.
took it out on their kids. I don't know what the reason is, but the generational curses continued on. But the bill stuff in their mind, they don't know about that. That's where I was going with this because they was taught just like that other stuff, oh, pay bills. So in their mind, they helping them be responsible, but that's not it. That's not it. So they should teach them to be more responsible of the bill management, like you said. But they need to understand that that's not about paying bills. That's showing them that hey, your credit is everything in America right now. You gotta save money in order to have. You can't just spend, 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 or you're gonna be in trouble. So I like that. That's a good one, bro.
Yeah. I like your statement, bro. Each time you talk, bro, I be like I be in church. Keep on, Pastor.
Amen.
you know, you get hey, he was serious too. I'm like, yeah, keep going, keep going.
No, because I'm telling, I know from
I know
experience.
you.
You like, man,
Right.
and I done it with my stepson, and like, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not saying that bragging, but as men, we call it like tough love, man. So you want
Hmm.
to be hard on them and tell them do this and do that, but if
Yeah.
all you giving them is discipline with no love, then they don't feel love, and the opposite,
Exactly.
they gonna feel that you hurt them because all you doing is
Right.
telling me what I'm doing wrong, and hitting me when I'm not doing right. So, but
Yep.
where's the I love you? This is no, this is how you do this. This is how you correct it. So,
And
yeah, I
admitting
had to go
you're
back.
wrong. I like how Mike said that too. Like just admitting when you're wrong and apologizing back because
Yeah.
even us as parents, we're not always right. So if I catch myself, I will tell my son, you know what, I was wrong. Or if I react a certain way, I reflect back on it and I apologize for it. Like this is not okay.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think that's really big too now in age because a lot of people do have problems admitting when they're wrong, especially when they're adults.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Accountability.
if you can't even tell the kid I'm sorry, then they gonna think it's okay. So when they
Mhm.
become in their teenage years or worse than adults, and they like, oh, I don't know how to channel emotions. You can't get mad at the child because you don't know how to channel emotions. So that
Right,
child only picking up on what you taught that child.
right.
Yep.
There you
Yep.
go, passing it on for 10 years.
Right. 'Cause that's why I say go back and read it. I didn't want to get too deep, but if you go read it, you'll understand. But it was like the lights was off and somebody just clicked it on. And I'm like, man, most of the problems we bring on ourselves without even knowing.
Yep. Yep. And some parents don't understand, like what you mentioned about, emotion, showing you love them. That's what causes them to run away sometimes, because they don't
Yeah.
feel love. And most people don't see that. But
My
yeah.
dad now, he's recently admitted we're a lot closer now. But like if I yell at my son, because he's my oldest and he tends to be a little bit hard headed, and when I do want to discipline him, I won't even like, even if my dad thinks I'm about to whoop him, he'll be like, leave him alone. Don't do that. And I'm like, you used to beat me with the damn shoe every day,
Right.
and I'm a
Right.
girl. But he will say, like he's told me before, he's like, yeah, I didn't know any better back then. I was young, dealing with five kids. My parents married young, and so
hmm
so he's we've had those conversations. So it's just like, just definitely something to look back on. Like, oh, okay.
And look what happens if you don't deal with it when you're younger, when you get older. Spirit of rejection meets unloving spirit. And that's the recipe for a chaotic relationship. You
Mm,
don't feel love. You want this other person to make you feel whole, but they don't feel love. So they overcompensate to do other stuff. And now you mad because you expect this person to do what only God could do. You got to void. Okay, I could drink it, I could smoke it, I could sex the world, but no, all that make me feel good temporarily. But when I finish, why don't you still make me feel like a person? But it's
yeah.
not on that person. You gotta feel how you feel, regardless of this person does it or not.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. Okay. So let's switch gears. Let's talk
Uh-huh.
about something light work. Light work. A work life balance, right? So look,
Hmm.
imagine your job announced a shift change from a 5 day work week to a 4 day work week. Sounds like a dream, don't it? Now, here's the twist. You have to choose, you can choose which extra day that you want to have off on top of your two usual days that you have off, right? So, what extra day would you choose to be off?
So the four days that we working, just so I'm clear, will be Monday through Thursday.
No, no. So, no,
Five
no.
days, you get to choose what four you want to work.
Right.
Oh, okay.
No, no, no. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. So, in the real world right now in the United States, we already work a 5 day work week, right?
Right.
So imagine your job changed it to a 4 day weekend, right? I mean, I'm sorry, a 4 day work week, right?
Right. Monday through
Now,
Thursday.
well, no, a 4 day week, period, right?
All right.
So in general, we already off on Saturdays and Sundays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you get to choose an extra day to be off. What day would you choose to be off?
Gotcha.
I would choose Monday.
Why? Why Monday?
Because that's usually the busiest day for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like I get an extra day to get everything done. Like instead of doing everything on Sunday, laundry, meal prepping, cleaning the house, I'll do it on Sunday instead. And then I'll truly spend the weekend with my kids because the weekend starts Friday night, then Saturday and Sunday with my kids, and then Monday they go to school and I can clean, do laundry, meal prep, all that.
Gotcha. What about you, bro?
And I would choose Monday as well. That's the day I was going to say.
We're
But my
twins.
reason for choosing, yeah, my day for choosing Monday will be again is the beginning of the week. So stuff that I can't usually do during the weekday anyway, I would do because that is like a busy day and a drag day. Or even if I took a flight, I'm leaving Friday night most of the time. So instead of having a rush back Sunday, okay, I got Monday. And if I got doctor's appointment, I got she just said meal prep, like all that stuff. So Monday will be the day that I would pick.
Gotcha. Yeah, right. That's majority of the answer. Like most people, they either choose Monday or Friday. Now, me, I'm gonna say Friday. Now, now Monday, I love Mondays. Mondays are the busiest day for me. Monday is my
You
favorite
not
day
our
because
twin, so I knew you was gonna pick Friday
damn fact,
anyway.
yeah, no, I ain't
You
your
know,
twin.
no. Funny.
So Monday is my favorite day because Monday, you know me, I'm a workaholic, and Mondays it goes by fast like that, right? So Mondays I'm not tripping. Now my day will be Friday because Friday is already close to the weekend, and already on Fridays I don't work as of now. I ain't doing nothing but homework, you know. So Fridays I already don't work. So what's the point of me going to work? So yeah. Okay. So I know you had a topic about crypto.
Yeah, about crypto. So you saw, y'all all watched the inauguration. Shout out to Mr. President. Y'all all watched the everything that transpired. So the main thing was the crypto, and it came up just not with Trump coin coming out 3 days before the inauguration, but that was the big talk where people say he gambling and his mindset was on the money because it already like made billions and a billions of dollars on his crypto coin that was launched. And then you saw the Detroit pastor, the one who got on there and did the Martin Luther King speech. You saw that?
I
Oh, you
didn't really
didn't watch it?
watch it. No, no,
I
I
All
didn't
right.
watch
Well,
watched
it
it.
they
I,
either.
I didn't watch that part though because I was,
all right. So they
I was
got a
out.
Detroit pastor who came on there, and the flack that he's been getting, the backlash that he's been getting is one, he plagiarized the Dr. Martin Luther King speech on top of doing that at Trump inauguration, which was like a
He
slap in the face to blacks, is what they saying. I don't agree
he
with that.
did.
Again, I voted for Trump.
No,
That's not a
he did
yeah.
that. No,
So
he
but
did.
this topic, what I'm talking about now, is the coin. So after he gave that speech and he implemented that in his prayer, and
Right.
because it was Martin Luther King Day is why I think he put part of that speech in there. I don't think it was about plagiarizing. It was about today's Martin Luther King Day, and that happened 2 times before. So people say, "Oh, why is he being inaugurated on MLK Day?" It just happens to fall that day. If you guys remember, I think it happened with Clinton, and it happened with the son Bush, if I'm not mistaken. But it happened like 2 times before that. And then this guy, this pastor, has his own crypto coin now. So they saying that our government is more concerned about the economy and gambling with what's going on in our country.
Is it me or is he breaking up?
He's breaking out.
That boy got that
Did you hear
cricket.
me?
That
Where
boy
did
got
I
that
stop
cricket
at?
phone.
They done tapped into his phone.
Stop
Yeah.
playing with me.
They done tapped into your
Did
stuff.
you hear me?
Nah,
Did y'all hear me?
you
Yeah,
still
about
breaking.
the pastor having his own coin, and then you started breaking up after that.
Yeah.
All right. So this pastor has his own coin as well. So they were saying that America, the government now is more concerned about the economy and money versus I guess what it's designed to do, and that is gambling. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on it. I give you mine. Part of the reason I voted for Trump was because his economy was in shambles, and I know he would get grip. So I don't see a problem. Give me your guys'
Breaking up.
Who you got?
Y'all
Spectrum?
can't hear me, man.
You broke
Oh
up.
no.
You breaking up? That boy got
Okay.
Spectrum for the internet service.
Yes.
But I heard what you said.
All right,
But
can you hear
yeah,
me now? That's better.
yeah,
I
way
got
better.
I got AT&T. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back and cut to where I started breaking up. But I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right into it again. So after that pastor did his inauguration, after he did his speech where he implemented the uh, MLK because it was MLK Day, he
Hmm.
also launched his coin. So
Right.
the what the people are saying is this government is more focused on the bitcoins and the crypto and all of this stuff instead of actually what's going on in the world. So I personally voted for Trump because one of the things was getting this economy right. So I don't see a problem with.
Just broke out
Somebody probably be calling him. But I guess he's trying to get our opinion about about what's Trump doing with the
with the cryptocurrency.
yeah. Yeah, crypto, that's always been more like a gambling thing to me. It's not stable. It's not like stocks and bonds, you know. It's just like Dogecoin. What's the dude name? Elon Musk. He did that with with the crypto with the Dogecoin. People start buying it and then that shit just crashed.
I don't. Yeah, I have trust issues with that. I'm just kind of like, if
Hmm.
I can't see it and touch it, no, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Yeah, stocks are more stable other than crypto. It's not it's more like a like you said, like it's more like a gambling thing.
It definitely is. I think so.
Yeah. But also with Trump, like I don't know why they shocked. Like he always been more of he always been more so of like as a business person. You know, he all about business. You know, so I don't know why they shocked about that.
Yeah. I
I
So
just
have
don't like everything
AT&T,
that's
boy.
going on as far as like the deportation and all of that. It's already getting chaotic, and he's barely been here for 2 days.
three, right? I'm like, dang man, you gonna put the pen down?
Right.
That man signing everything.
Right.
That's all I see. Oh, Trump did this. Something. I'm like, God, dang man, relax. Do you sleep?
Right.
We're gonna go again. Oh, he dropped again. I'm gonna ask him what's his phone service. If he say Metro,
You
who
said
you got Metro?
AT&T.
Who you got
I
Metro?
have AT&T, boy. Quit playing with me.
Who your phone service? You got Cricket or
I just
Metro?
told you AT&T.
Oh, internet too?
Yep, both of them.
Oh, well, okay, well, never mind because where you stay at, they suck out there. So I understand they have issues out there.
Shut
So
up, man. Yeah, I
hey,
ain't
it's the
repeating
truth.
it no more. You just gonna have to chop it up.
Yeah, I understand what yeah, I understand what you said. But so before you dropped, I was saying, crypto always been more like a gambling thing. It's not stable. It's just like Dogecoin with Elon Musk. When he brought that out, it crashed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's more like a gambling thing. But I don't know why people so like be like, oh, he about the economy. I mean, Trump's always been about business. He's more of a
Mhm.
business person more than a political. If that makes sense. He's more
right.
about
And that's
business.
why. And I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why I voted for him. I don't know about everybody else. It's because we
I ain't
want
vote
this
for his
economy
ass.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Now I do agree with some things he do, like when he mentioned, going forward there are two males. I mean two genders, male and female. Now I do agree with that. But other things, I don't know about all that. But yeah, that's another topic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So those the three topics we had for today. We're gonna have more for y'all next week. Welcome back with us. I want y'all to check out C Love's YouTube channel, Cooking with C Love. She doing numbers on her own. I haven't even been promoting her and just saw the last video and she almost had 1,000 views. So congrats. Check out my homie Mike Lowry one. Mike
I'm on
Lowry
break.
214.
I'm on break right now.
Uh,
I'm on break. Yeah, I'm on break right now. I got to focus on my college stuff, so I'll be back soon.
and Trinity team coming. So Trinity team gonna drop. I'm dropping mine. I'm trying at least once a week. Sometimes I get y'all more. But tune in, Three Peas in a Pie podcast. We love y'all. Until next week.
Peace.